Hey guys, so during my first order battle pack review at the end of it, I showed you guys that I had purchased 28 first order battle packs. A lot of you guys suggested that maybe I should make a video of that, and that's exactly what this video is. An army building video of the first order battle pack. Just exactly what 28 of these in army form looks like. So obviously, problem with the first order battle pack, and we've discussed this in the review, there's only one of each minifigure. There's no doubling on minifigures, which is very disappointing, especially with the first order stormtrooper, just the regular guy. Do not need some of the other guys in army form, but I'm going to show you what it does look like when you put a bunch of armies like that. I think I'll be able to fit all the minifigures on just one base plate, one giant gray base plate in the end, so that'll be very exciting. So here's what's going to happen in this video. I'm not going to build 28 of these turrets. I am going to build all the minifigures out of all the battle packs. So I'm going to open all 28 battle packs, 4 of which I've already opened, so it's actually 24. I'm going to open all of that, do a time lapse of that. I'm going to build all the minifigures, and I'm also going to separate the parts and the blasters from each other. So the crappy blasters that I just hate using, I'm not going to use them at all on these minifigures. Not even going to. I will use Lego's regular weapons or brick arms or just something else other than these blasters, because I think they are just not great at all. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to separate the parts and the blasters. The parts, the reason why I'm not building a bunch of these turrets is because I feel like it would be very useless. It would actually be better. It would be more ideal to take all the parts, put it all in like one giant bin, and separate those parts, or even just leave it there as is. But probably I'll separate the parts, you know, like these curved parts and whatever. I'll separate it all out, bag all that together so I can use that on, say, a future mock. Not really saying Kashyyyk, but on something else I might be building. I have an idea of what I want to build, but I'm not going to tell you guys that in this video. That'll be a future video. So if you end up buying a lot of these battle packs like I did, if you want to build an army, I don't suggest building a bunch of these turrets. Utilize those parts for something else, something that you can make yourself. You know, there's all kinds of new things from The Force Awakens that you can make utilizing these parts. So be, you know, I want to say cautious, but I don't feel like that's the right word. Be, I don't have the right word, but don't build a bunch of the turrets is what I'm trying to say. Utilize those parts for your own imagination. Alright, so I'm going to build the minifigures, separate the parts from the blasters, never use those blasters again, and at the end of the video I will show you just exactly what an army form of 28 First Order Trooper Battle Packs looks like. So guys, let's head to the time lapse, and then we'll head to the end of the video, where you get to see just exactly what a bunch of these guys look like in army form. Let's go. The power of darkness. Alright guys, so here is the finished result. I'm gonna go play some video over this so you can really see close up just exactly what this looks like. So here it is, 28 First Order Battle Packs built, and well, the figures built, not the actual turrets. Yeah. Well, anyhow, so you'll also notice during the video I had a nice big bucket of parts. It's actually pretty heavy. So this, you know, like these pieces right here, very useful for a base or something. Wink, wink. These right here, I now have 28 of these, so I'm sure these will come in handy. Let's see what else. There's a lot of good parts in here for a base. You know, a certain base. You know, I keep on repeating base for some reason. Wink, wink. Yeah. Well, anyhow, so a lot of great parts. Again, probably about 2,000 pieces in here. You know, I didn't really. I forgot that 88 pieces includes all of those little studs and the, you know, blasters. I was like, wow, that's a lot of pieces right here. Got got a lot. So that's all of the blasters and their little stud things. The studs I'll probably use, the blasters I probably will never use. And then obviously out over here, 28 instruction booklets, nice and packed down. Probably will recycle those, save the environment, everybody. Well, anyhow, back to the actual army. I do want to point out I am missing 2 officers right here. So there's actually only 26 officers right here. The other 2 are over there being used for something that I'm not going to tell you about. So yeah, but yeah, there's 28 heavy troopers, 28 first order stormtroopers, 28 first order crew members, and 26 first order officers. So yeah, very exciting, very awesome to see it. And I actually, you know, once I've built the officers, or not the officers, the heavy troopers or sergeants, whatever you want to call them, once I've seen them built, they're actually kind of cool in army form. So I'm okay with these guys. Again, I just really wish we had more stormtroopers and not these guys. But even though we did get like one of each, it still looks, you know, especially on this base plate right here, it still looks pretty cool to me. I still think it turned out to look pretty cool. Definitely already looks like an army. But you know what? If I wanted to actually make that Star Killer base scene where you see all the troopers, you would need like 20 times, not even 20, probably like 40 times this amount to replicate that scene right with the correct amount of number of troopers. That's insane. That would cost so much money. Let me think about that. If this cost right here roughly $500, just my estimate right now, and we would need 40 times this, so that would be, yeah, that would be $20,000 if you bought them all from the battle packs. If you bought all the figures from the battle packs to replicate the Star Killer, it's $20,000. Wow, I really hope nobody does that. But anyhow, so that looks awesome. This is already just awesome. Really just digging the stormtroopers. They are so cool in army form. Something I actually noticed when I built all of these, if you guys remember back to the Clone Wars battle pack, I know, throw back to 2009, 2008, the Clone Wars battle pack actually, you know, each clone, their visor print would sometimes slant or be lowered or something like that. I think Clone Wars era fans out there who bought that set know what I'm talking about. You know how that print was altered. Every clone trooper wasn't necessarily perfect. The helmet, at least. Well, the same thing is going to happen with the First Order Stormtrooper helmet, actually. I started looking at each other. When you put them in army form, you're able to analyze it better. And I start looking, I'm like, wait, that one's different from that one, and that one looks different. Some of these prints are actually up sideways, actually very sideways on one of these right here, literally like completely sideways. So there are some helmet prints that are not perfect. I mean, if you're picky about that, I'm sure Lego will replace it for you. But I thought that was pretty interesting, actually, that, what is this now? About 5, 6, 7 years later, they still haven't fixed that problem where the print on the helmet is not necessarily perfect on every single one. Which, you know, I guess I can get, but like there's some here that are really just off. And I might even get them replaced if I really think so. But I mean, you wouldn't really notice it, you know, with all the guys right here, you wouldn't, unless you're just really analyzing it like that, you wouldn't really notice it. But just thought I'd point that out, that Lego still is kind of messing up on those helmet prints, even in 2015 going into 2016 now. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, very cool to see the First Order Army. I am definitely going to continue building this up. It's a little expensive to build this army compared to a clone army. But, you know, we'll see how much I can get. Yeah, so I do plan on making a First Order Army video in 2016 in replacement of the Clone Army video. So we'll just see where I take it from here. But that is what 28 battle packs look like when you build the minifigures. And here is all the parts for the turrets. And here's all the parts for the student blasters. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I did have a cold, so if I sound, muffled or whatever, that is why I was a little, I don't know. You may not even have seen the difference, but just thought I'd mention that. Well, guys, give this video a big thumbs up. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing this. I know I enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, it took me 45 minutes to do all this. 45 minutes in total for building all the figures and dividing up the parts and blasters. It was the complete total, and that 45 minutes also includes putting them on the base plate as well. So, didn't really take that long, actually, considering, what was that? 28 battle packs? It's like 2,000. It's like a giant, it's an equivalent to about a $200 Lego set, and I was able to do all that. Well, I didn't build anything other than minifigures, so. Well, alright then. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I also have reviews of all the 2016 Lego Star Wars sets coming at you very soon. So definitely hit the subscribe button. I've got plenty of other awesome videos coming to you guys very soon. I'm telling you, being a subscriber to this channel right now is going to be just a lot of fun. I got a lot of awesome stuff to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.